Hello and welcome. In this video I'm going to show you how we can select the highest income and the lowest income from the data of employees of a certain organization. So that data is here in sheet 1, so where I have about 30 members. So this is just a data that I've created randomly by selecting employee ID, which is a 5-digit number. So the employee ID, then the name, amount. So for the amount, I've also got this amount randomly by using the ARANK formula. So that is rand between. So this formula. So this will be our source data, which will determine the list of highest income and the lowest income. So in cell C1, if I type a number such as 5, so I should get 5 members here. So that is, for example, I should get a list of 5 members, or even 7 members, 6 members, and so on. So if I type 10, then I should get a list of 10 here and a list of 10 here. So those with the highest income will appear in this column. So column as F, and those with the lowest income, the income will appear in column L. So let us get started to automate this. To do this, we shall go to the Visual Basic editor. So that is VBE. So click on Developer tab, then Visual Basic, then insert a module. So here I'm going to call my subroutine income rank. So that is income rank. Then I'm going to declare a variable here, about 2 variables. So dim ws as worksheet, then I as long. So the ws represent sheet 2. So that is where we shall be automating the list. So call it sheet 2, then I will equal to the row here. So that is the 3rd row, because that is where we shall start. So from here, since the other 2 rows have been utilized by the headers, so therefore that's why we are having I equal to 3. Then I'm going to use the do while loop. So do while statement. So that is I is less than or equal to range C1, so where we shall be entering our value for the number of employees. So that is C1 brackets. So then since we are starting from the third row and the other two rows have been utilized, so here we shall call plus 2, and then we now get the serial numbers, so that is range B. So B, close the speech marks, ampersand, so I, close the bracket, is equal to I. Now but I will equal to 3, so that is, we don't want 3 to come in here, we want 1, 2, 3 and so on. So therefore here we shall say minus 2. So let us try that one, but before we do that, here we need to loop, so that is I is equal to I plus 1, then loop. So then press F8. So there's a variable missing, so that is dim as worksheet. So set, so the word set here, set WS equal to sheet 2. So let us press then again F8. So F8, F8. So you can see that is in the sheet there, the numbers are adding. So up to, so this expected to go up to 10. So once we get to 10, so then the sub will exit. So that way. So we also need to write here exit sub. So the next thing is the employee ID. So here I've created the name range. So we have the amount, so which is this one here. Then we have the other name range, that is employee ID, which is this one. And then the name range DRANK and ARANK. So DRANK is the rank in descending order, but it is a unique rank. So where we have the tie, so the numbers do not, or the rank do not repeat. So for example, if we have somebody with 3.2 million and another one 3.2, so the second one will be number 2 and so on. So there will be no tie. So then we also have that is the column for the name range and so on. So all these are shown in the name box: amount, A rank, D rank, employee ID and name. So A rank is the rank in ascending order. So this is the column that will give us the low income. So that is as shown here. Then the D rank will give us the highest income. So let us go back to the VBE. So now we get the employee ID, so that is range C, so speech marks, then C, close speech marks, then ampersand I, close brackets, is equal to, so under this range, so this range refers to sheet 2. So that is where we have ws.range. So ws.range is equal to, so let us code for that one. So we have application dot worksheet function. So we shall use index and match to get the employee's ID. So since index and match are worksheet functions, so therefore we shall say application dot worksheet function dot index. So index, that is the range here will be employee ID, so in brackets speech marks, so EmpID, then close speech marks, close brackets, then comma. So here we can go to the second line, so we put an underscore there, then enter. So here we have match. So our lookup value will be the serial number 1 here. So therefore here we shall say range B3. So that is speech, that is we put the speech marks, then B, close speech marks, then ampersand I, close brackets, then comma. So we look up the lookup array, that is the array will be range DRANK. So close the speech marks, so that way, then close brackets, so comma 0 because we want the exact value, so close the brackets twice. So let us see. So therefore it will be looking at this serial number in B. So for the highest rank number 1, so it will return the values employee ID, name, and gross income. So but before we go to the name and the gross income, let us run this code to see whether it will give us the employee ID. So press F8. So here this one is a worksheet function, so we forgot to put this application dot worksheet function, so copy that and we can paste here. So dot match. So then let us try again. So F8. So that is the employee's ID and so on. So that one is working. So to clear the worksheet, we need to have the range here, that is range B, it is B3 to J maybe 1000, so we can put any value there, but we start from B3, close brackets. So that is, we are referring to J here because our last value here will be J, not J, but it will be L. So let us have L there. So this should be L. So dot clear contents. So let us run that one and we see. So it will clear first the data there. So it is cleared. So then now let us code for the name. So of the highest income list. So we simply copy this code and then we adjust, copy, then paste. So this becomes now D, and instead of employee ID here we are going to type amount. And that is it. So let us run, and here maybe I can have about 3 values. So let us run. So F8, so it is giving us amount. So this should be name, not amount. So let us have the name. So we stop and we start again. So F8, so that is the name. So expect to go up to the 3rd person, so that way, and it exit. So therefore now let us go to the gross income, so where we shall copy this code, then we paste here. So where D now, it will be E for the gross income. Then here instead of name, now we have amount, and that is it. So let us run the code again. F8, so that is it. So those are the highest income, and so on. So that one is working perfect. So now let us go to the lowest income. So for the lowest income, so we want this value that will be entered in C1 to be the same as J1. So to do that, I will write a small code here. So that is if range if range C1 is equal to empty, then so we shall say that J1, so J1, that is the cell there, should equal to C1. I mean it should be empty, else so J1 is the same as C1. Then we end if. So that is it. So let us copy this code. So this code is the same as for the highest income, only that the only thing we shall change is the column and the rank. So we paste here. So here we are going to start from I, then we end to L. So here this will be I, and then this will be that will be J, and then this will be K, and this will be L. Then instead of D, so we change it to A, so ARANK, then ARANK here, this is ARANK, and so on. So the rest can remain that way, or we can also change that is for the serial. Instead of B we can have I, so this will be I, and this will be I, and so on. So let us run that and we see what is happening. So press F8, so F8, and so on. So that is the last rank as shown there. So now we go to the third person, and that is it. So and so on. So the next thing we are going to do is to automate this. To do that, we go to the sheet, that is sheet 2 in VBE. So here we go to the project explorer, so sheet 2. Then here we want a situation where once we enter a value in C1, so then the list is activated, so it comes out automatically. So here we select the worksheet, then change event. So we simply write a simple code, that is if target dot address is equal to range so range C1 dot address, then we simply call our module here, so that is income rank. So we shall call this, so simply say call income rank. So and that is it. So let us go back to the worksheet and then we try this. So here we enter 5. So here we have not entered end if, so end if. So then here we enter 5 and it is automatic. So we have here the best or the highest income, and here we have the lowest income. So that is as shown here. So if you enter, for example, 1, so we have the highest and the lowest. So here you can easily get the range. Then if you enter 2, so you have 2 in each case. If you enter 10, so you have 10 of them. So this is now automatic. So if you enter 15, so you have 15 members, and so on. So what if now we enter a value that is greater than the number of members? So we expect to get an error there. So that is 30, you get 30. Now if you enter 31, so there is an error. So we need to write a code for the error. So here we shall note that on error, go to go to R. So here we also need to declare R. So down here, after exiting the sub, so we write the error. That is the error handler. So that is R will be what? It will be a message box. So that is, we can say, please enter the number equivalent to number of members. Number equivalent to number of members or less than the total number of members. And then we close the speech marks. So that will be the error in case you enter a value that is greater than the total number of members. So let us try. So here we can enter 5. So now if we enter 40, so we expect a message, so which is this one, but at the same time we need to clear the data. So down here we copy this one to clear the data in case of error. So we simply put that one here, and then now we run the code again. So enter 50, and it clears the data, and it gives you a message that you enter the number equivalent to number of members or less than the total number of members. So that is how we can write a list of highest income and the lowest income using VBA, and we automate. So thank you for watching my video, and please subscribe to my videos. So see you in the next video.